All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Sonic Aftermath KOTH. We are doing a in-house KOTH. We're gonna have four of our best players, four possibly five. We're gonna have Starkiller, Aegis, Light, and Pacomike. Gonna be facing off for a 10-game King of the Hill. So our format for today is we're gonna start off with two people. And we're starting off with Light and Aegis, a PvT. And from there, the winner's going to stay on, and people are going to be rotating in until we get to 10 games. So, just give me a minute here to get some settings right, and then we're going to jump right into our first game. I am your caster today, Gorgonoth, and I hope to be joined soon by Lednemsu, or Mandolino, as he is known on Discord. And let me just make sure the audio is right. Seems going. All right. Um, all right, so our first map's going to be Cerulean Falls. And here we go. Just let me wait 1 second. Light's going to make the map, and I'm just going to get in the obs. So yeah, looking forward to seeing Light's PvT. Light is a very creative player. Joined the team a few months ago, or maybe, yeah, a number of months ago now. And seeing his creative play, watching his stream, always fun to tune into. He's a very positive, fun, creative Protoss player. Likes to use disruptors, stalkers, kind of a more of an old school play. Likes his blank stalkers, which is a ton of fun to watch. And hopefully we can get in the party soon. Entering lobby. There we go. All right. All right, we're in the lobby here. Let's get going. Alrighty. Sorry for the dead air, guys. Just getting everybody ready, and there we go. Game is starting. Why am I not hearing the countdown timer? It's weird. Hopefully we get game sound. It's a little weird. Anyways, hope everybody tuning in had a great Thanksgiving yesterday, if you did celebrate. Had a fantastic time and enjoying your Thanksgiving weekend. Had a pretty good time. And ate way too much yesterday. Slept in too late, so having a good day. Alright, for game number 1, we've got Light in the bottom here as the red Protoss, and Aegis at the top as the purple Terran. Still not getting game sound. I'm a little bit... Oops. Let's see. There we go. Now we're good. Droptimus in the chat. What is up, man? Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. My day was kind of ruined. The football game did not go my way in the middle of the day, but food was great, as always. Yeah, so PvT on this map. Cerulean Falls is a bigger map. We see the games going into the late game. PvZ on this map is quite fun. But I'm a huge fan of this map. It's, like I said, it's bigger, allows for more macro games, and it's something I enjoy. The more slower paced, longer games that we, with Lotfi, haven't seen as much, but still, occasionally we see them, and we're starting to see them more with these larger maps that are getting put into the map pool, and I'm excited for this PvT here, especially with Light. Thank you, Caveman50, aka Pitfall, I believe, for the 10 bits. Is very nice. We've got a Reaper expand here for Aegis. Full disclosure, don't know a ton about Aegis in this game. Know much more about Light here, watching his stream. So will Light go for a Robo or Stargate? We'll see. Expecting... Okay, there's a Twilight Council, so it's going to be Twilight Robo. We used to see Oracle a bit more in PvT. It still is pretty good, but we've seen it switch more towards Twilight Robo plays more often. Alright, the first Adept is out for Light, and the Reaper is going to get chased away. And not getting much scouting intel. Let's see, what did he see? Actually, nothing. Okay, so Aegis not getting a scout on the tech of Light. A little bit unfortunate. Did not want to lose that Reaper to that first Adept. There is a bunker here for Aegis, so going to shut down that Adept. It's going to shade in here. Maybe it can get a SCV or two. Would be nice. We've got Hellions in the production for Aegis. Interesting. Ooh, and Light targeting down that mule. That's a nice move. Getting the depot raise in time, though. But he's going to get out with that Adept. And for a mule, that's a nice small pickoff for Light. Looks like we've got 1-1-1 build coming out for Aegis as well. It's interesting. 1-1-1 is a build that's kind of just... It seems like in it's always been there in StarCraft. Whether it's StarCraft 1 or the different phases of StarCraft 2, it's always been, maybe not popular, but it's always been viable, and it's enjoyed some time of popularity. We've got a Raven coming out from Aegis here. Okay, interesting. Not the most standard build here for a Terran. And it looks like we've got Blink being researched. Did we get... Okay, so Blink's the first research out of the Twilight Council. Ooh, Hellions getting in here. How much are they going to get? Looks like the probe pull was pretty good. I'll check the lost in a minute here, but the Stalker's getting on top of that. But still, a couple probes went down. I think 4. Okay. So that was 4 Hellions for 4 probes. That's actually not a great trade. Yeah, so well defended there from Light. I think he's going to finish out now, and he's getting his robotics bay. Okay, so we might see a sort of a blink disruptor play or blink into a faster Colossus. Looks like getting observers out. And this is so cool to see from Light. I'm a huge fan of this. The blink stalker play, for one, into the Colossus or possibly disruptors here. It's something that we used to see a lot more, and then when the Stalkers were messed with a bit, now this is going back a long time, but especially when the Stalkers had a buff, they were quite good. The Observer here, interestingly, going on the same route as the Stalkers, so they're not going to get an opportunity to see. Sometimes with that first Observer, you can spot a drop or something coming out of Terran. But the Raven coming in here for Aegis. We'll see how much he can get done with this. And here it is. See some turrets going down. Okay. Now there is a shield battery here, so likely not going to get anything done here. We'll see if it's going to drain the mana on shield battery, so that is something. And if he places another auto turret, he can start to get a couple probes, and he can continue to harass the third as well. And that still is only mana, or energy rather, coming out of the Raven, so just a little poke. Ooh, okay, I missed this. Looks like he blinked up here with this Observer, with gaining the vision with the Stalkers, and this, the Micro, he might be able to blink down, getting a couple SCVs, and, okay, actually deciding to blink in the base and continuing. 4 Stalkers, I believe, get 1 SCV very low in health, or maybe 1 shot, there you go, 1 shot, and getting an insane amount of SCVs down, 21 total. The Micro as well, quite good, and blinks down into, okay, the Wormarine's there, he moved him up, but man, the utility of blink Stalkers, he got with 1 Stalker killed, he got, I'm gonna say, at least 20 SCVs and a few Marines, and now he's gonna get this bunker as well, because he moved the SCVs up. Will he get it? Ooh, okay, looks like the repair is gonna be in time. Still forcing passive damage, although losing a Stalker there. Still forcing some mining time, some time where we're not getting mules. Baxter saying, finally good StarCraft. There we go. Yeah, this is the best of the best in Sonic Aftermath competing here. Looks like there was a auto turret drop in the auto turret drop at the third. So did it get any probes? I believe he got 3. Okay, so that's a nice pickup. And looks like Aegis went into, I'm sorry, missing here. Blink Stalkers are coming into the natural. Great Blink Micro. The injured Stalkers are all at the back and getting more and more SCVs. What's the total up to now? Up to 42 SCVs down this game. And just picking off. Ooh, we might get the Raven here. That's so much gas for the Terran down. Throws an auto turret down with his last bit of mana, but still, the utility of Light's, or rather the cost effectiveness of Light's Blink Stalkers in this game have been nuts. And he's getting into Disruptors here, which Disruptors, I mean, I've not been a huge fan of the way they've worked out, the different changes to them. But if you have good Micro, Disruptors can absolutely be worth it. He's attacking before the Disruptors get here, which is interesting. I think he should wait. But anyways, the Chargelot's getting onto the tank, gun that down, and now it's Blink Stalkers here. He's fighting with SCVs. There's a couple Marauders there. The Disruptors are here. We'll see. One going in here, get some Marauder for that, and that one a little bit too early. Okay, but still pushing up here, and by the time those next 2 Disruptors, oh, great hit! That was insane. 56 total SCVs down, gets the next Raven. Light is absolutely shredding Aegis here with his Micro, and this Blink Stalker Disruptor style is so fun to watch. There's another tank out. He's sieging it, but he's fighting with the last bit of SCVs. Disruptor shots get a few more and snipes a tank with disruptors. GG is called, and Light just absolutely destroying him here. I see Mandolino in the chat. Yeah, man, join up Caster's Lounge. I be ready. Unfortunately, for some reason, I've been getting this weird bug where my Discord app, or what's it called, application, I don't know, on my PC has been just so slow, so I can't really switch in between, back and forth in between. Actually, and it's weird, sometimes I'll shut it down and it'll work fine for a couple of days, then it'll just get, the next time I open up, it'll just be painfully slow. I don't know why, but and now it seems, and you can use the online version to get in voice chat, so it's gonna be difficult. So now Light is king of the hill. This is a KOTH. And okay, I think we might have to remake Party to get on East. That game seemed pretty... Oh, hey, Mandolino.
Hello.
I might have to adjust our audio settings here a second.
Yeah, I'm pretty quiet.
Let's see, can you give me a 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3.
Let me see. If somebody in Twitch chat could just give me a confirmation if he is audible. I have you turned up, so
I hope so.
we're balanced on OBS, but I can't tell if that'll translate to Twitch.
Are you in the Psyx clan?
I am.
Alright, let me just find you.
I'm sorry, I am Psionic Academy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a Brood War player myself, so I'm with the noobs in Psionic Aftermath. Not the noobs,
the up-and-comers.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Soon to be.
Mandolino is good volume. Awesome. Thank you, Black Simon 23. I don't know if you have a different name on Discord server. Alright, how you doing, Mandolino?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I just finished up casting Colin versus Just. I got him mixed up a few times because Colin was off racing as Zerg, or did he change to Zerg recently? I'm not sure, but I believe he played Terran before. So let me just find you.
Oh.
Sorry it's taking long.
Okay. Cool. Let me see.
Gorgonov, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, let me
Should have added you.
Desu.
Yeah, that's me.
1 sec. I need to add you to the party real quick. There we go.
So who's playing who? It's Light or no? Light versus Aegis? Didn't they just play?
It's gonna be Light versus Starkiller.
Oh, okay. Well, that's exciting.
On what map did he pick? Let me see. Gotta see a great PVZ. I wanted to see a PVZ on Cerulean, but hopefully you don't get a map like Fracture. We'll see. Dropped Miss, thank you for the 4-month sub. 4-month in a row sub with tier 1. I don't know why I inverted that order. Subscribe for 4 months in a row with a tier 1 sub. There we go, thank you. PVZ up next.
Yeah, my favorite matchup.
PvZ is
Hell
quite
yeah.
fun as well.
I love this matchup.
I like PvT the way Light plays it. So, but the kind of just really standard meta of PvT, I'm not a huge fan of. But I like the way Light plays it. So, like, I'll take a PvT Light. That's probably my favorite. That kind of a style. But other than that, PvZ is quite cool.
I think the PvT meta might be shaken up now though because of the new patch. Mines are really strong. Cyclones hit later but are also really powerful. And then there's like all these weird Tempest strategies that are coming up, especially on maps like Stasis.
Oh yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
Tempests. Do you
So it's
remember
quite a lot. It's very different now.
when Do you remember this was years ago? North American Pig Baby beat Bomber with the Tempest strategy, Proxy Tempest.
I don't remember that specific game, but I do remember that that you could proxy Tempest back then. It was really cool.
Game
Okay,
paused.
oh,
Okay, we
do
probably
we have? Yeah, we have to remake that, right?
remake Party. I think it's weird. I think to change the I think to change the server, you have to actually leave the party. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Also, when we're in game, there's a way to follow someone observing, right? I think that makes just casting a lot easier if we have one guy who's observing.
You know, yeah, you're right. There is a way, but I don't know. And last time I tried it, it didn't work. But if maybe somebody in chat knows. For the player introductions, we can just do switch, me and you, whoever does it first. So I'll do it this game first, and then we could just trade off.
Yeah, that works.
Well, I mean, we could do that, Baxter. Then we just have to re-invite everybody. But I think you're right. I think you're right that having it in a party does kind of mess up the way the server gets selected.
I have no clue.
But yeah, guys, just for the format, since everybody was joining, I explained it in the very beginning. But this is going to be a 10-game King of the Hill. So basically, we're gonna go to 10 games, and so for instance, Light's up, and he's gonna stay in as long as he wins. So he could theoretically stay in for 10 games and win all 10 games, and then each win is worth 10% of the Matcherino prize pool. This is sponsored by Matcherino. There is a invite link, which I will get after this game. I will paste it in link. I paste the link in chat, but you can donate 50 cents to the prize pool. I think right now we were at about $65, so with each win here, the player's getting about $6 to $7. So go to that and add up to that prize pool, and I'll check it after the game. But challenging Light here in game number 2 of the KOTH, we've got Starkiller as the Teal Zerg.
And in the bottom left we have Sonic Aftermath's ladder hero and beloved streamer Light. Just to make sure, Light's up 1-0 now, right? Like he's
Right, this is the second game.
he's got him one game. Okay, he has one game on the board. So I was gonna talk a little bit about PvC too. I think it's really exciting, like casting, when a new patch has recently come out. I wonder if people are gonna try to utilize the Tempest more now, especially in mid game and stuff. I haven't really seen the Tempest be used like successfully yet, but it would be really cool to see if someone like tries to make it work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well, seeing if the Tempest can kind of find its place in the meta.
Wait a bit here. That's a second gateway.
Ooh,
Of Light. Before expand. I think we're probably gonna see some really fast adapts here, I believe. But Starkiller doesn't really know this is coming just yet. He has an Overlord rallied to the gate, so he will probably know it's coming. But will he know it's coming in time?
Yeah, we'll see. The Overlord is going to spot those second gates quite quickly. And
Doesn't see it quite yet though. Now he sees it, now he knows.
yes, this is fast
So,
adepts.
the alarm bells should start ringing here. What does he make links, or how does he defend versus this? Throws down a quick third base, or well, it's pretty standard, but still no special measures taken so far.
At 230, that's a relatively fast third, but not reacting to those adepts. That's quite interesting. We got a sentry
Here
coming
comes
as well.
here come 8 links though.
And speed's
That
going to finish
should
up in
be
time.
enough. Yeah. I guess he understood the timing really well, like when he needs to produce units. Doesn't need to delay the third base. And here come the adepts. I have a hard time seeing these adepts do any damage.
Yeah, and if he's...
Ooh, I think they'll die before they even get the shade off.
Wow.
This is quite a disaster for light.
And he's getting sentries behind this, so he's going to have force fields, but that's a huge gas investment. So if Starkiller goes for something like Banelings here, that could be quite bad for Starkiller because Light doesn't have a great standing army right now.
Yeah, and here come the lings. The sentry does scare them off for now, but that force field goes down, and it's not gonna have another force field. Ah, he needs to block off. No,
This is disaster for
Oh,
Light.
no. Another disaster. Disaster number 2. Oh, 4 probes die. 5. No, that's 6 probes. Even the pylon goes down
Oh my
before the
goodness.
warp-ins are able to happen. Oh, this might just be GG right here. No force fields at all left. He could just snipe the sentries too, but he's a little bit afraid there for some reason. He could just kill them.
He's going to go into the main here, onto the probes. Yeah, Light was trying to get that Overlord from Starkiller to gun it down with 2 sentries and got a little bit too greedy with that and then missed these Lings coming in. Okay, the Lings are going to get gunned down eventually, but GG here. Starkiller is going to get a quick win.
I'm not sure why he went for this double, like quick double gate build. I've never seen this stuff. Like, is it actually good? I have a really hard time like imagining that those adepts get kills versus, well, pretty much any Zerg that just sends their overlord to the Protoss natural like you usually do.
Yeah, that was definitely odd. So next up in the lineup, we're gonna have, let's see, Starkiller. We've done Light, we've done Aegis. So Pacomike. We give him an invite here. Let's see.
Paco and Light are the only Protosses that are in this King of the Hill, right?
Yes, we've got Aegis, Terran, and Starkiller.
Alright. So, watching Light stream. Oh no, no. Light went out. Why am I talking about Light?
Yeah, it's Starkiller versus Pacomike.
Starkiller versus Pacomike. For some reason in my mind, I thought that it was Pacomike versus Light.
Well, we will see Light again. We've got 10 games, only 4 players, so they'll be rotating in. Okay, Pacomike picks Parasite. Let's see. So you're currently the party leader.
Oh, I didn't realize. Can I give you the party leader?
Let me just. Can you transfer
There
it
we go.
to? I'll just.
I'm gonna throw the responsibility to you.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
I just shirked it off to Starkiller.
I believe Starkiller has played in BCS quite a bit, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Like Challenger and stuff, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, Starkiller. He went to he made it to Challenger. Played with a group of Neeb's group.
That's really impressive. I think Pacomike got in too, like recently. Or maybe he won something. I believe he has had some like recent results.
Yeah, I know Pacomike. He did something recent. I can't remember what it is, but Starkiller. I think that was the first Sykes player who made Challenger. That was really exciting. He's actually also going to be in DC for the Cheesadelphia Grand Finals as well. I'd say NA LAN.
Yeah, so really impressive players here. It's well, I mean, this entire King of the Hill is really stacked. All the players are really good. It's lucky to be able to cast this. Okay, so who's doing the first introduction? I guess it's me.
Well, I did it last time, so you can do it.
Okay, so in the bottom right we have the man who took down Light last game. It is Starkiller.
And in the top, we have the Red Protoss, Pacomike. And I believe that LAN that Starkiller is going to be at for $10,000 in Washington, D.C. It's going to be December 8th or 7th. It's going to be in a few weeks. So be sure to watch that, cheer him on, guys. And I'm sure he's going to do well.
So, standard play here, 17 hatch. Nothing out of the ordinary for a Zerg. And we're probably not going to be seeing quick double gates like we saw Light do. Probably just a 20 Nexus standard expansion here. Pacomike does scout. Sees no early pull. Takes a... Oh wait. That's a really quick third base from Starkiller.
Wow, that is super fast.
1.5 minutes. Yeah, that is like as fast as you can go. It's pretty greedy, I think.
And Pacomike is going to scout this as well, so we'll see if he chooses to react and punish this fast third base. I think Parasite is one of the better maps to do this build on, though, because, yeah, 3 hatch before pool, that's insane. Because
Yeah,
the
is,
third can be relatively easily defended.
Yeah, it's a very good turtle map. And at the same time, it's also kind of hard as a Protoss to punish quick 3 base from Zerg. We'll see. Chronoing out an Adept here, going straight for Starkiller's base. To see if he makes a second Chrono. Yeah, he Chronos the second Adept too. Might just shade both of them into the main base. Or do some poking in at the natural, then shading back home. We'll see how hard he commits.
We've got a Stargate on the well as well for Pacomike. So maybe his reaction to this is just going to try to focus a little bit more on the harass and get a faster third base up for himself, because there is going to be a period of time where Starkiller is not going to be able to defend the harass very well at the sacrifice of his larger economy. Although Queen is out, so no drone kills yet.
Yeah. The 2 Adepts have gathered though. Let's see if these shades can do anything. The links are in place, so probably not. And yeah, Starkiller gets away with this. quick 3 base without taking any damage. Or does he let the shades finish? He does let the shades finish. 2 workers going down. 3 workers going down. Oh. That was a little bit sloppy there. He probably didn't need to lose that 3rd drone.
Yeah, so only 3 drones going down there total. Nice defense from Starkiller, and 2 adepts lost. We see, looks like Pacomike went Phoenix, Oracle.
Yeah, it's all standard. What every Protoss does on the ladder. Otherwise, you just idling all in. So he sends the Phoenix out for the Oracle. Kinda just stands there.
There is 1 Overlord out in the middle for Pacomike. It's kind of in range of the creep. We'll see if Starkiller can save it with the Queens moving over there. The 3rd base is not connected though, so one of those is going to get stalled. But actually this Oracle, there's 2 Queens on top of it, and he loses the Oracle. That's huge for only 2 drones.
I thought it was a cute idea though to send in the Phoenix first as a distraction and then go in with the Oracle.
Yeah, but Starkiller had a really great spread from his Queens at the 3rd base. So as it is, Pacomike's harass has gotten shut down quite hard, only losing 1 Overlord there from Starkiller and losing the Oracle, as well as the 2 adepts early. That's not a great job from Pacomike early, and Starkiller got away with 3 adepts before pool, and his economy is doing really well now.
But if you look at the units tab, they're really even in workers, and that's really good for a Protoss in this stage of the game. Usually the Zerg is ahead by a few drones.
Yeah, you're right. Pacomike's probe production has been really good, and the 3rd coming up at a nice time as well.
Yeah. Now, Pacomike's going for the Archon drop here. But Starkiller is prepared. He has already made the roaches. The safety roaches are out. And where are they? Where are the roaches? Kind of spread out.
Looks like they're at the 3rd, and then 2 are in the main. There we go.
Yeah, and he has got the natural too. Okay, so now he groups them up. I don't think he'll take too much damage here. But the damage is kind of indirect here. There's just by forcing the roaches to be made. And behind this, Pacomike's playing fairly standards, going up to the Immortals. Got some sentries, got some salads, making a wall up with a few gateways. And this might shape up to be like a really standard macro game.
It looks like it. Starkiller might take a 4th here. Cleaning up some of the creep here. And Pacomike, like you said, he's at 64 workers. He's ahead in workers from Starkiller. So great job from him economically, and both these players could look to get their 4ths pretty soon.
Always holding down the roach button though. But probably because he's scared of this pretty large amount of satellites, this push could be really scary here from Pacomike. But that's a lot of roaches. I think that's too many roaches for Paco to do anything here. Especially with well, actually he does have 2 Immortals.
He's working in 3 more Archons, so the Archon count is getting quite high. 2 Immortals. The one thing is he's going into this side here, but Ravagers are out. This is going to get really bad in a tight alley. He's going to have to pull back here, losing the Zealots to the bios.
Yeah, look at the supply. 40 supply lead, 50 almost. These force fields are good, but those are the only force fields he has, and I think he has to back off here. Oh, but can he even get away though? These roaches are pretty fast. Some speedy boys.
trapping the sentries and the archons, the really high gas units for Pacomike in here. Some great biles. So it looks like the army of Pacomike is getting trapped.
He's gonna have to recall here. He's not gonna defend at home without that army. But can he even defend at all? This is so many roaches, so many ravagers. Does he have anything in production to be able to help out against this? He has two immortals at the natural coming down. Has few weapons, but is it really enough? The immortals are really exposed. They're probably gonna go down here.
Yeah, there's total of was a total of 4 immortals. 2 went down. So now the probes are going down. Lost a total of 20. And GG's, man, so really just Pacomike pushed out here, and he lost too many of those expensive gas units, immortals and archons, and that was just too much. It seemed like he possibly could have recalled a bit earlier to save some of those immortals.
Yeah, but at the same time, the recall size has been decreased by quite a lot, so you can't really recall your entire army and have it be the get out of jail free card that was last patch.
Right.
So you have to be a little bit more decisive, I think, now. Like if you can keep pressuring, or if you really have to go back home because the server just has too much. And I think that was kind of the big mistake here. He overcommitted quite a lot here, especially since he was fighting into Roach Ravager. Like, it's a really committal composition from the Zerg that has to do damage. I feel like somewhere here in his mind he had to realize that I need to go back home now, get Storm and just hold, so that I can win the game later on. But yeah, like Starkiller, he really got him here. Well, I believe Light can spectate if he wants, right? Like, unless he lags a ton. Like, it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Yeah, I think Light wanted Aegis to play again. I mean, they both played game 1, so we're just, at this point, we're rotating players who got back in.
Where's Kuna and all the other guys?
It got cut down. I don't know. Sushi just gave me the lineup today.
And where's Jinn and who else?
I don't know. Sushi was managing that, so I think it was going to be more, but it got stripped down. Okay, so it's going to be Starkiller versus Light again, and Lost and Found. Not in the pool anymore. Yeah. I don't think that they can play.
It's the new ladder maps, right?
Oh, it's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking maybe I need to get the Matcherino link. Let me paste it here in the chat.
Well, we can play Cerulean because that's still in the map pool, right? Wait, why did Paco decline?
Oh, he wanted
yeah,
to leave.
He's not playing anymore. Yeah.
So I just posted the Matcherino link in chat, guys, and let's see. Let me get that code. Is it in the description? Let me see. I have to use Discord again, which is super slow. Let's see. It is code in-house KOTH. It's not case sensitive, I believe, but in-house, all one word, KOTH. Use that code to donate 50 cents to the pool, guys. Okay.
Wait, why is it only us in the lobby? Aren't they also in the party?
Good question.
What's up?
I don't. I was looking away. Let's see. Let's see. Why are we? No, it's not. It's lost and found, right?
No. We're playing Cerulean.
Okay, my bad. Getting confused. Too many things going on. Let's see. All right, we need to get Starkiller
It's getting
and
pretty confused.
Aegis to play.
Okay, so light spectator.
And Starkiller. There we go. All right, we sorted it out, guys. There we go.
We did it.
This is going to be game 4 so far. We've got Light winning 1 game, Starkiller winning 2. And if Aegis wins, it's going to be a rematch of Aegis versus Light. It'll be fun to see another PvT. And now we're moving into TVZ, which Baxter getting some TVZ, which I know he loves.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people really love TVC in general. I think throughout like StarCraft 2, it's seen as if you look away from the infestor imbalance that happened, probably the most like balanced and dynamic and back and forth matchup we have.
Definitely
Out of all the
agree.
matchups.
Alrighty, for game number 4 here of the Sonic Aftermath in-house King of the Hill, we've got Starkiller in the bottom corner as the Blue Zerg.
And in the top right, we have the challenger, Sonic Aftermath's Aegis. Man, Starkiller just removing all the Protosses. 2-0 now. Maybe what's needed is another race. Terran.
We'll see. I think Starkiller's strength is just he's so great into the mid game here, and with this map, at least I want to see a longer macro game between these players, a TVZ on this map, which I think we definitely can, and Cerulean Falls will lend to that style a bit more.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid macro map, but the rush distance is also somewhat short. So you can do all kinds of play on this.
Yeah, the natural is a downward facing ramp though, so that does mean defense against sort of 2-base pressure or things like that. That's more in PvZ I'm thinking, but can be a bit more defendable for Terran with a tank up on the high ground. You've got 3 layers there.
Yeah. As Protoss, it becomes a little bit more tricky because you kind of have to split your army up unless you want to fight on the low ground. But for Terran, I can see that, yeah, like with a siege tank, it becomes quite a lot easier. Like you can kind of cover a lot more space.
In the first game with
really defensive.
Aegis, we saw Light just defy that with getting Blinkstalkers up, splitting Aegis' attention between the high ground and low ground, just marched up with Blinkstalkers and Disruptors and murdered Aegis. So,
yeah, Light's really good with his Disruptors and Blinkstalkers.
Exactly. Yeah. So will we see Starkiller go for not going for sort of that super greedy 3-hatch before pool, but is 230, 240. He's moving the drone to the 3rd soon. Oh no, will he? Okay, I thought that it was making a gas.
Oh wait, Starkiller's opening up gasless, and he's going double gas now. That's a bit out of the ordinary. I haven't really seen this too much. I wonder what it's gonna turn into here.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused as well. At 3 minutes mark, there's no third. The Reaper's coming in here. 2 queens at the natural though should shut that down.
This might be roaches, I think. Let's see. Well, my bet's on roaches at least. What do you think? What is he gonna do?
I think since that we're gonna see roach because that he didn't see that spawning pool, but it looks like lair. So maybe. Okay, it looks like a roach horn going down. So you're right. It is gonna be roaches.
Yeah, and a double evo and a wall. So gonna get his 2-base economy up here safely, uncontested with that wall, and probably gonna go for a really powerful timing with the 1/1 upgrades.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a really nice position for him to hold here. Like I said earlier, with the downward facing ramp, strong wall, and then fast upgrades, like you said.
Yeah. And Aegis going for a cloak banshee here. The starkiller sees the cloak researching, and he sees the tech lab, so he knows what's coming now. Probably. And no spore just yet. Probably might even need a spore because there's more nose here.
Got Hellions
And
out
now
on
he
the
takes
map
the
for
stairs.
Aegis. I'm gonna see that there's no third here, or at least the third's gonna come down right for Starkiller. Looks like he's gonna take that location, the in the middle. What do you think about him not taking the, or do you think that's the correct third position choice on this map?
Well, it is a little bit more in the open, which is generally pretty good for Zerg, right? If you take it at the other side, then it's closer to choke points, like you could be susceptible to a tank push or some kind of play like that. I think it's a good choice. Oh, that's a lot of Hellbats though. But he has roaches in production, so I think he's gonna hold this easy peasy. But I think the turret still goes down, right? Yeah, there's no way he's saving this.
He's just gonna put it right down again. The Overseer here, the Cloak Banshee. Is there enough queens in the main? Okay, no, never mind. There's a spore in the main as well as a queen, so he should be perfectly fine against this. And the third looks like it's going to be delayed, so a nice utility out of that, and not losing too many Hellbats, not overcommitting here.
Starkiller is making drones though. He's not making the roaches that I expected him to. Thought he would go for like pretty committed push here. Now, I don't really understand what his game plan really is, because if he wanted to drone up the third base anyway, why wouldn't he just take third earlier, right? So I'm a little bit perplexed here. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, the way he was going, it looked like
what the idea was.
it looked earlier like he was going for a 2-base push, but just going for a third a little bit later.
Oh wait, meanwhile Aegis is going mech here at home. Triple tech lab on his factories.
And I think
that's exciting.
That third location could come into play, because if Aegis gets a strong siege up here at this pylon, or this plateau rather, then he can kind of section off the third base and work his way in here, and then the third could become relatively, or it's going to be a tough position for Starkiller, because then he has to kind of wrap around, hit the tanks and the Hellbats at the same time. So we could see that hurt Starkiller with the mech transition from Aegis.
Getting a lot of Hellbat pickups here. Ooh. The resources lost tab favoring our Zerg player here. Quite a bit. And the Hydralisk then finished. Maybe this is some kind of Roach Hydra timing. Could hit Aegis third really hard. Maybe try to win the game that way. And the Banshee even goes down too. Wow. And the Liberator gets instantly intercepted. This just isn't going Aegis' way.
He lost the Banshee as well.
Yeah. And now he's got his third base down, but will he be able to defend this? That's the question. There's gonna be a really, really, really scary push coming here. 12 Hydras in production. 2 to 10 to Hydra range upgrade. We're gonna see Starkiller supply surge up here in the next 1.5 minutes, and he'll be maxed. And how many tanks does Aegis have at home here? 4 tanks, 5 tanks, 6 tanks, 7 tanks. It is a decent amount of tanks, but he doesn't have the Hellbats to tank for tank to them. And a lot of that is due to him like losing a lot of those Hellbats to the Roaches. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to hold here with only 3 Hellbats for tanking.
Ooh. Overseer using that corruptibility on one of those factories. That's an ability you don't see a lot.
But it's so cool whenever you see someone use it.
Exactly.
Because I mean it is really useful. It's just not a lot of people bother with it. And a lot of siege turrets, or a lot of what are they called? Missile turrets. Probably because he's expecting Vipers to come, but there are no Vipers in production. This is just pure Roach Hydra.
Ooh.
Oh, and he's going for the Doom drop.
This could be very dirty from Starkiller here. There's one Thor.
There are no missile turrets in the main. There's nothing to intercept this. I mean, this spotting barracks here isn't gonna matter at all.
This is dirty from Starkiller, but I love it. Oh, a Viking! Wow.
The hero Viking. Oh, he has to throw down the missile turrets now, or send units there or something. Sends 2 Vikings.
Okay, at least he has a chance to react now. Before it looked like, I mean, if he gets that army up in here, there's no way.
I think he's gonna be safe. He has Vikings in position and missile turrets building.
Oh, Vikings. He's going to lose at least probably 4 or 5 Overlords before they even get there.
But he's going for it. He's going for it anyway.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, Starkiller making
it worked.
And those tanks sieging up a little bit too late. There's tanks in the natural firing here. I think this is going to be it. He lost several Overlords, but it doesn't really matter because he's still got enough up that this production is going down. And now Aegis is trying to get all his units up here from the natural, the Thor here and the tanks. It looks like eventually this might be enough. He needs to siege those tanks. Thor here getting some nice damage done, but Starkiller surging forward and already so much damage done.
Yeah, and there's just no choices here for Aegis. Like, he can't attack, he can't defend, he can't even produce anything. All his production facilities died. Like, I think you just have to tap out here. I don't see how he wins, but if you look at the supply though, it is pretty even.
I mean, yeah, that so.
But here comes the remax though from the Zerg player, and then it's not going to be so even anymore. And he's also making a hive, so he's going to have Vipers next time.
Yeah, the one thing for Aegis is that his 4th was quite timely and his 3rd as well. So he has 75 workers. It's more than the Zerg. So he's been able to stay sort of consistent in production. But like you said, the Remax coming up much quicker. Although the army balance looks like Aegis, if he gets these factories up in time, might be able to produce enough to put up a fight against Starkiller's next wave. Oh, another drop though with Killer getting so many SCVs.
But he only has siege tanks once again though, no Hellbats.
Okay, a massed Hydra Force coming into the 4th of Aegis. There's 2 tanks here in a nice position as well as a center tower. Okay, looks like Starkiller dodged the perimeter of that center tower. And this is the 5th of Aegis. That's probably going to go down. He's going to force a lift up at least. But Hydra's here going to gun that down. Easy. Okay, tanks are here and sieging up. And that's a lot of tanks. So as long as he doesn't get caught on siege, he can fight.
I'm surprised that he's like trying to defend this spot. Yeah, he just goes back home. Like having this sneaky 5th base here could be his ticket to victory if the game goes long enough, but man, Starkiller just shuts down all of his dreams. Trying for another sneaky 5th base on the other side though.
I mean, 90 workers from Aegis. At a certain point, do you start to think that's too much?
Yeah. Here come the Vipers. Oh, the Blinding Clouds are gonna be huge.
No.
I just pulled something.
He abducts, and it looks like this is too much for... Okay, well, the tanks at this back are doing nice work. Okay, so...
Yeah. Aegis can't replace these units. These are really vital, expensive units that take a long time to make. And, I mean, he's got his production ravaged before, so... Now he has to remake the tanks. He can't, like, go into more libs or, like, expand his composition, really, because he has to just remake all the tanks he's losing constantly. Not looking good.
Yeah, in that fight, his tanks were just out of position. I mean, if they were all in a clump up here, then, well, the problem is that this is very susceptible to blinding clouds, but it's tough to fight just with tanks when Vipers are out, because you don't want to clump up too much with the blinding clouds, but at the same time, if you're don't have enough forward tanks, then you're going to get zoned out by the Hydras, which is there. The Hydras were able to still ravage the CC line and the planetary fortress, and weren't really getting hit by tanks for a while. But it looks like Aegis is trying to hang on. Little bands of Hydras here from Starkiller are so effective though, the DPS so high. He's losing workers. I mean, Aegis is he was at 100 workers a second ago.
Yeah, how many is he at now? 100? He's still at 100, wow.
I really starting to think, I mean, that means that you've only got 100 supply total for army.
He is mining with most of them though. He has like maybe overproduced a little bit, but I think if he had like 80 workers, he could still make use of all of them. I think he has to sack some workers here, maybe, eventually.
It's a little bit odd because there's only 4 factories, which you think wouldn't be enough.
Oh, here come the Vipers though. Ooh, yoink. And all the tanks die.
Yeah, the planetary fortress is not going to be enough. Blinding Cloud on the SCVs as well.
Oh, but the repair though? Oh no, it's still gonna go down.
Yeah, and
that was a really, really important base. The other bases aren't that healthy on minerals. Like, he's not gonna be able to mine too long with those. Oh yeah, that's GG.
And Starkiller forging forward. He's up to 3 wins now. Well, nicely done, Starkiller. And now we're going to circle back to Starkiller versus Light. Real quick, thank you, Snoopy, for the 20 bits. Appreciate it. That came up on screen, right? With the panda popcorn emoji. Very nice. So it's Light versus... let's say Starkiller. Okay.
Hopefully Light's gonna put up more of a fight this time.
Yeah, that was just a weird 2-gate timing. That, I mean, I don't really understand that too much. So looks like he's asking for the same map, Cerulean Falls. I mean, I'll roll with that.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, there's no rule that you can't play the same map twice, right?
Oh, yeah, this is casual.
Why did he leave the party though? Oh, am I? Oh, I am
I'm
the.
sorry.
Why do I keep becoming the host?
I think it's just autoing. You
Oh,
can just
I
transfer
don't,
to...
I don't. I didn't realize. Wait, we have to invite Light again.
Okay, I'm just gonna suggest him here. Let's see. I just suggested him there. Alrighty, it looks like we're ready to go into game number 5 here. Current win totals, we've got Light with 1 win and Starkiller with 3 wins. Can he add to his lead? Oh, man.
How much money has Starkiller earned now?
Let's see. I'm going to say around $20 somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
I mean, let's say
Oh,
each...
isn't it more though? You said it's like 70
Well, it's like...
for the
So
entire
there's
thing.
$70 total. And then there's...
Yeah, so it's like seven. It's 7 every game, right? So it's like 20.
something like
20.
that.
He's won 3 or is he won 4 now?
He's won
3,
3.
right?
Those 3 times
Yeah,
7
so
is 21.
So 21. Yeah.
Think
Is it
about
dollars or euros?
US dollars. So it'd be like €5 or something like that.
All right. So you do the first one now.
Okay. Alrighty, the Romanian Protoss here. It's the red Protoss, light.
And in the top right, we have the dominant Zerg Starkiller, crushing all its opposition so far.
So I guess you can kind of think about it like each win is kind of equivalent to like a Big Mac at McDonald's. So each win is a sandwich.
Yeah. So many burgers.
With fries and drink as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of value. Imagine if you got a Big Mac every time you won a ladder game.
Wow. I think everyone would be professional StarCraft 2 player then. So much motivation. The problem with that is it's hard to store.
Wait. Is Light going for the double gates again? What?
I'm afraid so. I don't know why.
But why?
You have to ask him after the game what's his thought process.
But here comes the Overlord again. And he's just gonna make the Lings again. But maybe he's gonna switch it up this time. Maybe he's not gonna make the Adepts this time, but what do you do if you don't make Adepts is the question. Like, what
Well,
other plans can he have?
You know, I think with the Adepts, it's possible that if you can get some utility with them if you micro them better. But
Oh,
the central...
wait, we just missed here. Starkiller went for an early pull. We didn't even realize what kind of casters are we.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry.
there's nothing to block. Oh no. Oh no, the pylon's gonna go down.
Starkiller. Oh man, the probes are here, and probes are pretty good against slow Zerglings. And the okay, the wraparound is kind of real.
But this is so much damage though, because these probes aren't mining.
And the 4 are gonna slip into the main. Did he try to save some? Yeah, he tried to save a couple that could mine. So now we're gonna get some damage down. And okay, so the pylon's up, and the Adepts are shading in, but there's plenty at home to defend, or there will be.
Well, there's nothing to defend right now except the probes themselves, and here 2 probes go down.
The probes drilling are pretty good. The
Yeah,
problem
but
is...
not if you aren't watching.
It requires APM, and then it's tricky to do. It's actually way trickier to do with because the adepts are shading in here, and actually the lings have not popped out yet.
So much damage
but the
with this.
drone drill on that adept. Okay, still lost 4 drones, but still.
But it's not enough. He needed to do like, he needed to kill like 8 drones or something.
Somebody needs to ask Light about this 2-gate opening. And then he's going for sentries, which, okay, sentries are good here because get force fields on that downward facing ramp.
Here come a lot of lings. I don't think they'll do too much.
So, Starkiller just took a nicely timed third, and he's at a pretty big advantage here. I don't think he has to really worry about doing much. Hallucinated Phoenix coming out here from Light, so we can get a full scout.
Yeah, and also this might not look too bad if you just look at the current worker count. Well, now it kind of does. It's 30 drones, 24. But this, when all the 3 bases are up and running and all the queens are out, this is when the real disparity starts showing. When he starts droning, now it's gonna have like a 20-25 worker lead, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Just kill his own pylon. I think he did. Yeah. Okay. I don't like this army comp. I mean, he's going for sentries, but we got a roach warren. Okay, thankfully it's not a baneling nest, but it looks like
the 5 sentries signifies that he's gonna do a push here. He's probably gonna make. Well, actually, he's not even making any mortals. He's just making a war prism and YOLOing it.
he's up to 7 sentries now.
He only has 2 gateways though.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna try to do a the parting push, just minus the immortal, which is what makes it good. So
And minus,
okay, there's an immortal.
minus 5 gateways.
Exactly. And there was a overlord that came into the main, and Light showed all 7 of his immortals there. Sorry, of his sentries. So not going to be too effective. Now he is chrono boosting out an immortal, so this is going to be the push, the old school push. I mean, I remember back when I played more in HOTS, this was kind of viable.
Yeah, this was the all-in.
Yeah, it was very
That
popular.
we so cared about every game. And like, if the Zerg didn't have like a perfectly orchestrated defense against the Soul Train back then, it was the Zerg just died.
And one of
Nowadays, that's not really the case, but it can still be scary because it catches a lot of Zergs off guard, since nobody really expects it anymore.
In my opinion, the biggest death deal to that was the Ravager. Just because at that point, Zergs with force fields, they couldn't really deal with them the same way they can with Ravagers. With Ravagers, they're like force fields. Okay, you put the force fields down, I can still hit you. And look with these, with the Corruptors, force fields are up, but he can still. Now the Protoss has to dodge, and I have a hard time seeing this. He's killed a lot of overlords. It is nice, but we're gonna see the Link Corruptor versus this ball of units.
Corruptor? What?
I'm sorry, this Ravagers. My bad.
Ravager.
I keep saying Corruptors instead of Ravagers.
Yeah, I've done worse.
I think it's one immortal, so there's so little DPS with this.
But he does have a lot of force fields though. It is possible that he gets like the god force fields and he makes something happen here, but it's gonna be really tough. He can't waste force fields like that. He has to. His force fields have to be immaculate. Like when he throws down force fields, he needs to get value out of them every time. Oh, here we might have something.
Okay, so getting a couple.
4 Ravagers.
Yeah,
That's good. Ooh, that's.
the mana on sentries is pretty low. He's got maybe like 3 force fields, then it's it. Then that's it.
Yeah, he has like 2 rounds more.
He needs to just dive on that third. He can't keep poking. Just go for it.
But even if he gets the 3rd, is it
Recall.
enough? He needs to like kill the Zerg here, I think.
should just recall here and hope for the best.
But at home, look at his worker count, dude. He doesn't even have his second base saturated. He has no fourth and third gases, no tech. This is super all-in from Light. I don't think he can transition out of this if he goes home. I think he needs to kill a starkiller here. Do or die.
That's the thing, is that the Biles draining down on the Protoss army keep chipping away the damage at some of these units. And okay, now at this open area with this little, I don't even know what to call it, an obelisk thing in the middle, that's a nice zoning tool for Light. But the problem is mana on sentries is now out, so he can't really fight. And Starkiller could just hard commit to the Protoss natural and probably win here.
I don't think Starkiller has to do too much. Like, he has the superior economy, the superior production. He just has to maintain a defensive position. I think he'll do pretty alright here. He doesn't really have to force anything. I think if Starkiller tries to force anything, that's one of the ways he could throw this game.
The micro for Light has to be so good for this to work. And okay, 2 adepts shading into the natural, gonna get shut down by lanes. Getting a Ravager or 2, maybe.
These are some pretty nice force fields. You could clean up a lot of links here, but the Biles are hitting.
Nice split there. Okay, and that Immortal is still alive.
Oh, these Biles. Such money Biles from Starkiller. Yeah, no more sentries. This is over now. Really, really well done from Starkiller. I felt that like he wasn't impatient. Like he was okay with letting that third die, because he knew that like as long as he just holds, he's gonna win. I like that.
Yeah, I gotta give Light credit. That's probably one of the only things he could have done in this situation. An admirable effort for him. Micro was pretty solid, but the problem is that in this current meta of Latvia, it's just so stacked against you with Ravagers. So to even that type of push to even work, but great job trying.
Yeah. And we might try to... This is kind of like fantasy GGS territory here.
Snipes a Ravager there.
If this was me, I would have tapped out already.
Micro.
Actually, if you look at the workers, like Starkiller is not producing worker, or now he starts droning a little bit, but mostly links behind us, just enough to saturate his third base. And I guess that's all he needs, really. And Muta's behind us too, and there's absolutely nothing for Light that can deal with Mutas.
Yeah, Mutalisks are going to be butter on the biscuit here. That's nothing, like I said, nothing you can do. Can't warp in enough stalkers in time. Light was trying to go for disruptors here. Light, of course, famous for his disruptors. And, you know, they can, if you get some really money disruptor shots, you can claw your way back into the game, but with Mutalisks out, I don't think there's any way he can get enough stalkers.
Yeah, especially since he committed to this Robotech. Like, he doesn't have Blink and he doesn't have a Stargate. Doesn't really have the tools. And the Mutas are gonna ensure that Light can never take a third base. And I think they're gonna be the nail in the coffin once they show up. Not really too much happening here. Light gathering up units here. for his last push. Last ditch effort. I mean, if he gets absolutely insane disruptor hits, then maybe there's a chance. I want to believe, but
there's a theoretical
it's looking kind of
world
grim.
where the disruptor shots are absolutely money, but they've got to be money, and they've got to be money quickly.
Oh, here comes the first one. Only one. Second one is a little bit better, but not enough. Oh, now he has some shots. So now it's just gonna surround. Amazing flank from Starkiller, coming in from every angle, and the Mutas show up too. That's GG.
Man, I gotta say though, well played from Light, putting up a very entertaining effort.
Yeah.
Man, so Starkiller has won 4. I mean, guys, he's gonna go out tomorrow, and he's gonna get 4 Big Macs with fries and 4 Cokes. So you guys gotta we need to distribute out the wealth so a little bit more. So somebody's got to step up here and beat Starkiller. We can't. We got it for the health of Starkiller. We have to stop him. So it's up to Pacomike. Is it Paco or Pacomike? I don't know. Oops. So Pacomike is currently AFK. Okay, thank you, Pitfall, for the 11 bits. Wait a second. Am I not on Discord? It says I'm in. Oh wait, it's so weird. Like, my Discord is really been bugged. Let's see. It shows I'm in the casting room. Wow, this is weird. I cannot hear Pacomike. Oh, it says I think I DC'd from the thing. I don't know why my PC Discord has been so bad. Yeah, let me disconnect real quick and then try to reconnect. Let's see. Come on, Discord, please. Just not responding currently. What did Pacomike leave? Man, this is so slow. This. Okay, looks like I'm connecting again. It says I'm trying to reconnect on Discord. It says reconnecting. So let's see. Oh. Looks like he's on. Let me just try to reconnect with oh my goodness, Discord, why are you freezing? It's the weirdest thing. Man. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, that was weird. My Discord just
Finally.
crashed.
Yeah, I saw you trying to do something about it, but couldn't reconnect.
Okay, cool. We saved it. So let me just see. All right, so it looks like we're trying to get Pacomike in. I don't know why.
Man, everyone's having issues.
Looks like I'm suggesting him to party, but there we go.
No.
So it's gonna be Pacomike versus Starkiller. There we go. Oops, wrong chat. There we go. All right, blue shift. There we go.
I wonder if Paco is going to try to do some aggressive build on blue ship. It's a really short map. So I've seen a lot of like adept timings on blue ship. It's really good for those builds. It's also good for fast warp prism stuff like um, charge let drop into Immortal Sentry or DTs. It's really good for a lot of aggressive plays or aggressive builds that you can't really pull off on other maps.
Yeah, I'm
as
excited
well.
to see Starkiller versus Pacomike, because the last game it looked like Pacomike had a really good macro. We saw Starkiller win for the 3-hatch before pool, but Pacomike was ahead in workers, and he made a bit of a blunder with his army, overcommitting too much. But
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the patch getting to him. I think he just wasn't used to the new size of the recall, because it looked really clean otherwise. And that's like the way he played it isn't really that bad if you were playing it on the patch before, so. Alright, I guess I'll do the first one this time. Spawning in the bottom left, we have the indomitable Starkiller.
and it's
A
up.
really
Oh,
He has a really fitting name
that's true.
for what he's accomplishing here. Okay, go on.
And
Sorry.
at the top we have the red Protoss, Pacomike.
Alright, we'll see what Pacomike is trying to pull this game. I really want to see some aggressive play. I want to see the 30 worker all in kind of style.
Yeah, we've gotten a pretty decent mix of, well, really, Starkiller ended a couple people very quickly, but we've gotten a few macro games. We saw the Doom drop attempt with Starkiller.
Well, it was more like a success rather than an attempt.
That's true. That's exactly
It
right.
like ended the game straight up.
Well, not quite. I mean, there was a little bit of back and forth after that.
Yeah, but it was mostly just like formalities.
It was downhill
the
for
game
sure.
the game was pretty much over after that. I mean, he killed half of his production and all of his expensive units. And as a mech player, like it's extremely hard to come back from that. It's almost
true.
GG.
I mean, I think the factory count just was pretty low in general. The time the drop came in, there was only 4 factories, so that's the thing. When you get Doom dropped like that, the factory count wasn't quite there. Although, he did have a good economy, but that is a good point. You're right that the production matters more than that for a mech player.
Yeah, but also just all the tanks dying. Like,
It's
so
true.
there's like a kind of set game plan as a mech player. Like, you want to get the tanks, and then you want to get the libs, and maybe get some ravens, and eventually into battle cruisers. And when you lose tanks, that game plan gets delayed by so much. And then the Zerg can just, you know, make whatever he wants and get so ahead in tech that you can't really do much as a mech player, and I think that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, and Starkiller went for some poking in with the Lings here. Pacomike went for a Zealot first, and then into Adept. Had to pull some probes to fight for a little bit, but got that under control, and we're seeing Stargate play, so very standard.
Yeah. And Starkiller made quite a few Zerglings. 10 Zerglings so far. Now he's making drones go again.
Okay, we're seeing a decent amount of drone kills here. 3 going down, 4 going down, a 5th.
5. That's a lot of drone kills.
Yeah, nice pike, a nice poke from Mike.
Yeah, look at the workers. 13 worker lead for Paco.
That's something consistently is. It seems I bet if you went back and looked at this replay, he probably hasn't missed the probe cycle all game.
Yeah, his macro is so clean. Every single game I've seen from Paco, he just doesn't make mistakes in his macro. He very rarely gets supply blocks. Always gets all his stuff on time. It's really beautiful to watch.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, the links get in. But the Oracle's here, so probably not going to get too many probes. Yeah, only one probe goes down.
Nice defense, although the mana is now gone for that Oracle, so gonna have to wait for it to recharge a bit before it can go in. But we've got a Spore Crawler going down at each base for Starkiller, so probably not going to be getting too many drone kills with that Oracle, but still going to have utility for a long time in the game.
3 gateways and a robotics going down. This could be Archon drop, but I think it will be Adams. Because he doesn't have a Twilight down.
Pacomike's losing Adepts here. Okay, only lost one though. Got that under control.
Let's see, I think he's gonna warp in. Oh, he has 2 oracles. Didn't see him producing that second one. I think he's gonna warp in Adepts here, right?
Yep.
Oh no, he did get a Twilight Council behind this. It's just a little bit later than it usually is.
And looks like 2 of these Oracles coming in here. Hanging up on a Queen, we'll snipe that. And escapes with those Oracles, so nice pickoff. It's looking like...
That's a pretty large amount of Adepts here.
Yeah, Glaze is pretty late though.
At the same time, the third base though, he leaves himself open to get his third base sniped here. But he's probably gonna defend with only 2 Adepts, and does Starkiller have anything at home here to defend? Oh, he has to pull all the workers.
And there's those 2 Oracles gonna jump in. Oh, they don't activate! That's a blunder for Pacomike and loses one for free. So, mistake there, but so far only that Spore Crawler going down here. And there's no +1, there's no Glaives, so these Adepts are not great.
But I think there's still quite a lot of damage that's been done already though. Just those workers being pulled off the third. It's pretty large, and also like forcing all these units from Starkiller.
Yeah, 4 Queens going down, that's nice. And let's see how many workers. 7 drones, a decent amount of mining time lost. So a decent trade there for Pacomike, although his gateway army is pretty low. He's going into Void Rays. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just for some safety. He's a little bit scared now that Starkiller would just like press the Roach button and go and try to kill his third base.
Right.
So it's just a little bit for safety. It's not gonna make any more Void Rays and do some crazy Void Ray based army. But Starkiller is not going for anything like that. It's going up to Spire. And Pacomike does not know that Muter's is on the way. He only has 1 Phoenix. That's not really enough.
We're seeing Archons being morphed, so Pacomike is getting to that composition he wants here. And worker count we see is almost tied for both players. And the third is up for... Sorry, the fourth is up for Starkiller. Is almost done.
And here comes a push out from Pacomike. And it's just as the Mutas, and the Mutas haven't spawned yet. This is the perfect timing for Pacomike to push out. He might be able to do quite a lot here. He might just kill Starkiller right here.
Hey, where's the Void Ray? It should be over here. But anyways, he's gonna gun down that third very quickly, and even if he just leaves, that's a fair amount of utility. Problem is, there is those mutas, but those Archons are doing...
But if the Archons go down though, there's not too much to deal with the mutas, but it seems like he has enough.
He's warping it around the Stalkers, and there are sentries for a little bit of anti-air, so it looks like he's going to hold. The sentries are... A couple of them went down. Okay, he's keeping those sentries alive. But, yeah, great attack from Pacomike. Starkiller with the mutas not doing too well because Archons are great against mutas, and with one round of Stalkers, he pretty much negates the anti-air threat.
And behind us, Pacomike. GG.
Well played.
He had a really healthy economy and just set up behind us, so even if Starkiller somehow miraculously held this, Pacomike was still in beautiful position in this game.
Alrighty, so next up should be Aegis, but he's offline. Oops. So I guess we're just gonna have to go back to light. I don't. Sorry. I don't think. Be nice if we could get a person. Oh, Jinn is in. Okay. I didn't think Jinn was on the lineup, so my bad.
So I don't really know too much about Jinn.
He's been a long-time player. He's a really strong Terran. He's been a GM player for a long time. Played in a lot of events for us. Or sorry, he's Masters now, but he's been a Masters 1 GM player for a long time.
Yeah, I see that he's 4 times GM in his profile here. Guess we're up for a good game then, hopefully.
Rotation.
But when does Jinn get to play in that case?
Jinn plays now. So it's Paco versus Jinn. There's a little bit of confusion here. Alrighty. Hopefully we can get the lobby started. Oh, you're the party leader, so can you...
Oh yeah, I'll give you party leader.
We just have to get Jinn's... whatever Jinn map wants. Let's see.
Can't he just go to the 1v1 ladder and click maps?
Yeah, I think he can. Okay, Jinn picks automation.
Automation. What map is that again? It's the map with the choke points, right? Like the one with the choke point at the natural and choke point at the third.
You know what? My map knowledge is not great. We've already seen it, I'm pretty sure, right?
Let's see.
It was played on. It was the map where... Wow. I'm blanking out. I think it was the parting push map from... Oh, what's his name? Light on that map. So we are currently on, that was the 6th game. We're going into 7th game.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. I think that map is really good for Protoss and Terran because it's really easy to set yourself up defensively on 3 bases, and really hard for a serve to kind of press the issue on. But there's no Zerg in this game, so.
Yep, we're going to be PVT. Back to it. Okay.
So you're starting this time.
In the bottom corner of, sorry, the top corner of automation, we have the Red Terran, Jinn. Oh.
And to the left, we have the new king of the hill, Pacomike.
We had Starkiller hold the hill for 4 rounds before Pacomike knocked him off. Can he hold it for a multi-round and for several rounds in a row? We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think, just like looking at the players, that Pacomike is one of the strongest ones coming into this King of the Hill. So I would not be surprised if he holds his position for quite a while here.
Jinn is just a fantastic player. Seeing him play for a long time. So, but I don't know. Pacomike's very good as well. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, and I mean, Pacomike's been like top 20, top 30-ish on ladder for quite some months now. All right. So I think Paco seems to be in really good shape. I don't really know too much about Jinn, as I said, but standard openings so far, nothing out of the ordinary.
And the one probe delaying the expansion for Jinn by a few seconds. Nice. Reaper coming out. We'll push that probe away. Possibly get a kill.
Also, this worker following the probe for a really long time finally pulls it back.
Wondering if he was doing that so he could check for proxies, possibly.
Nah, that's not the type of position she would proxy.
I mean, I thought possibly he was doing that if he was going to follow it more, but not the case. So we've got a factory coming up and a bunker for Jinn.
Oh, the sick cancel by Paco there. Canceling the shade because he saw the Reaper. That's cool. That was quick reactions. So, factory follow up here from Jinn. He could do a lot of stuff from where he's at now. Making a tech lab. This could be like a defensive tank, but it could also be cloaked banshee. We'll see what he does. But it can also be the new cyclone. That would be really cool to see. What do you make, Jinn? Show us.
Yeah, I really don't know what to think of the new cyclone. I haven't even read all the patch notes about it.
I think this is gonna be banshee. He's not making anything. He's just gonna lift it up and float the starport there.
Oh.
No? Now he makes a unit. Okay, cyclone on the way, boys.
Looks like he's building a tech lab though, so maybe we still will see.
Yeah, why not both?
And stalkers as well, and blink first from Pacomike.
Yeah, blink robo. It's it's just what most pros do on ladder. And, like my experience is that Pacomike plays really standard. Like he doesn't seem to deviate too much from like the bread and butter of Protoss.
Yeah, and the Reaper coming in here, getting a full scout before it died, is a nice for Jinn. Looks like both players are supply blocked here momentarily.
Yeah, aye.
It's actually a decent supply block from both players.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. And there was a Raven coming out from Jinn.
This is also a good reminder to all of you players who are not GM and you get supply blocked on ladder. You're like, oh man, how can I get supply blocked? Just remember, well, these GM players, they get supply blocked too. It happens to everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And double forge going down for Pacomike as well. But fourth, third, that's it's a pretty quick timing for double forge, no?
No, it's pretty standard actually.
Okay.
The 5 minutes ish forges are usually what you do because you get the third base and then you get the robo and then you go to double forge. So you end up with forges at like 5 minutes ish.
I think I'm used to seeing people's forges be so much later at a like platinum level. I'm not used to the how fast GMs are.
Okay, Pacomike with some pressure here. Got a sizable amount of blinks. Got a sizable blink stalker army. But there is a tank out. Ooh, but he blinks into the main. And it's such a big main too. He has to unsiege the tank, I think.
Loses the Cyclone immediately, and there is that Raven ability. But nice blink micro from Pacomike. He's doing exactly what Light
He can just blink on the tank here. Do it.
He's getting SCV kills. Here he
Ah,
goes.
there he goes. He can just keep piling on the pressure. He doesn't have like a reason to really stop this attack, I think. But so many SCVs going down. Wait, how many workers has he lost now? 20 workers killed! Damn. Ooh, how do you recover from that?
I'm surprised Pacomike didn't. Well, I guess the warp-ins were a little bit late there, but
Oh, but meanwhile, the cloaked banshee, we completely missed it,
Oh my
but he pulled the
goodness.
probes. Never mind, he pulled the probes.
still
It's
got
alright.
7 though.
Yeah, still got 7. That's good. And he's making more banshees. He really needs these banshees to do a lot of work to equalize the damage that is taken. It's making 3 of them, so he's gonna have quite a lot of banshees at his disposal. Pacomike's not letting up his pressure. He's warping in more units here. He's going for attack number 2, maybe. And here comes the Banshee. Oh, but the probe sees it. And now that swinging to the natural is not going to be as effective. He's actually not going in with any of the Banshees. I guess he just felt like it's not worth the risk.
So fourth going down for Pacomike, and he's deciding not to go into the main again. I think eventually.
I feel like he had to go though because he's so far behind. He has to try something, man.
I mean, I'm surprised Pacomike didn't try to go into the main again. He actually might just try to fight in
But
the open.
here comes Banshee. At the third base. Let's see how many workers this gets. 1, 2, and then dies.
There's a battle going on at the third location of Jinn. Army of his got shut down, and now he's pressing into the natural. The bunker is down. There's charge lots, although they wasted their charge on the bunker, and now he's fighting. Good kiting from Jinn, but this is a lot of zealots and stalkers. All the medevacs are gone as well. Looks like with the SCVs he will be able to defend, but it means more and more SCVs are going down. Ooh, nice blink to reposition those stalkers. But GG, Pacomike is going to win his second game.
Yeah, really impressive player from Pacomike once again. With the stalker blinking, really abusing this map. Because the main is so large.
Let's see.
Alright, so we're gonna get a PvP next. Right?
Let's see. We got Light versus Pacomike. First PvP of the day.
Yeah. And I think that's really cool. I really want to see what people do now on the new patch in PvP with the hallucination change. It changed a lot. You can get a hallucination out at 3 minutes, which is really, really, really early. So you'll always be able to see if your opponent, like what your opponent is taking up to. And that changes the PvP meta. Well, I mean, it has to change the PvP meta, right? I just don't know how exactly it changes the PvP meta. So it'll be cool to see them play.
For sure. I haven't seen a PvP in a while between these two high-level players. So, yeah, like you said, Light versus Pacomike. And, sorry, I missed the map pick. Blue Shift, there we go. So this is the 8th game of the King of the Hill. We're going to 10, maybe more games, to see what the time is. This has been really fun, seeing these great players. And so far, we've got Light has won 1 series, Starkiller has won 4, and Pacomike has won 2. So if Light wins this, then he will be tied with Pacomike for 2 wins apiece. Already on Blue Shift.
Really excited once again, just like to see what these guys are gonna bring out. I know a lot of people think that the meta is gonna become really passive, since people will always know what everyone's doing with the hallucinations, but maybe people will also like play around that and try to go for aggression that, I don't know, hits before the hallucination. But what builds are there really that hit before you can make a hallucination out of this patch? So
It's true. I mean, StarCraft is a game of information, so what I think it will lend towards passive play to a certain extent, but I'm sure there will be people that will push the meta in ways we don't expect.
yeah, for sure. Alright. In the top right, we have Sonic Aftermath's Pacomike. Up 2-0.
And at the bottom, we have the red Protoss, Light, fighting for a second win. So we've got Doublegate as his standard, and the question is, will we see Adept or Stalker from these guys?
Yeah, well, I think definitely Sentry Opener, Sentry Stalker. And then some people deviate a bit afterwards, like making double Stalker or double Adept. But I mean, you can still go for the double Adept, but I feel like everyone's so used to double Adept nowadays, and Sentry is so good.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
I mean, people did double Adept for a long time. I think it's run its course as a build. See, okay, double
Stalker actually for both players. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
I guess it's good. I guess it's good because it's like a really short map. So it's a little bit more dangerous to go past Sentry.
And Pacomike is chrono boosting those out. And 2 more Stalkers on the way, so he's going to be a little bit aggressive here.
Yeah, meanwhile, Light's chrono boosting his Cybercore.
An interesting choice there. We've got a shield battery. Okay, it's in the main.
Yeah, it's just to ward off like potential Oracle. So Light Stalkers sees Pacomike Stalkers to say hi, and then they part ways. Now let's see what the tech choice is. Stargate for Light, and what does Pacomike do? More Stalkers and an expand. I guess it's going to be some type of Stalker pressure.
It seems odd. Really wanted to get those 2 Stalkers out fast, but didn't really affect the timing of...
Oh, wait. Meanwhile, Proxy Gateway from Light here, so it's probably going to be like a... Yeah, it's a free gate. Free gate pressure / all in here.
With Oracle behind that, it's going to be nice. Looks like there's a fight kind of in the middle of the map, and Pacomike wins that exchange, getting 1 Stalker. One of his is injured, but...
Yeah, 1 Stalker going down here is pretty large, because Light has to be able to put on the pressure here. But it's hard to put on pressure when you have less units than your opponent. So yeah.
So he evened up the count there. So there's not much of a difference here, but the Probe of Light, meanwhile, seeing everything, seeing that nothing crazy is coming out, just Robo-Bait from Pacomike, and this 3-gate here, he's going to be warping in, and the Oracle, is it finished?
Light has to do so much damage here. There's a huge worker differential. Light has no expand, he has to kill Pacomike here, there's significant damage. And the Oracle's not doing anything. Light has an Oracle close to the watchtower, just standing there doing nothing.
Okay, so a lot of probes going down though.
Yeah, apparently it doesn't matter.
That's the thing when you have even 3 Zealots there against Stalkers, is that it makes it so difficult for Pacomike to micro, and Light actually doesn't have to micro tons there, because those Zealots aggro onto the Stalkers, and you can kind of just sit back with your Stalkers, and when you have an advantage like that in terms of warp in, great play from Light.
I think it was so greedy from Pacomike though, not going for a shield battery at its natural.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially on a map like this where the rush distance is so short, I feel like that's almost like a blunder from Pacomike. So greedy.
So we are back to Light versus Starkiller here. Light regains control of the hill.
I mean, he can't do the double gateway build 3 times in a row, right?
Be crazy. I mean, I'm really curious what he's trying to do with that.
Yeah.
So we can extend it to 11 games.
All right. Is there any reason for the extension?
All right, so 11 games it is, pushing it back a game. I think we have enough time.
Yeah, of course. Just why are we extending it? Is it because of Jinn joining?
No, I mean, we have more time, so
Ah, all right.
there's no set
Well,
in
that's cool.
stone game limit.
Yeah, that's cool. More games to cast. Nice.
Alrighty. So, do Light and Starkiller know that they are up?
We need to get Starkiller in here.
Okay, waiting for Starkiller here. If not, we could switch the order and do Aegis if it's too, or sorry, Jinn, if it's too much of a wait. But I think we'll give him a couple minutes. Yes, so once again, everybody, we've got Starkiller has won 4 games, Light has won 2, and Pacomike has won 2. So Starkiller could increase his lead here. We've got 3 games left.
How many games has Starkiller taken out? 4, right?
Right, 4.
4. And how many games have we casted? 7, maybe?
8.
8. So potentially Pacomike, or at least Light, could still like turn out to be the victor here and get more wins than Starkiller, right? Like if he wins
Yeah, if he
every game,
beats Starkiller here, he will.
Yeah.
He could.
he could. So that's the storyline that we still have going.
And Starkiller choosing automation, what do you think of that?
Oh shit! What map is automation again? I know how the maps look like, but I can't like connect it in my brain to the name.
Automation was just what was the one we just played.
No. We just played what's it called?
Oh,
The
I'm sorry.
blue yellow map.
I'm sorry. The one before that, the PvP. No, the second PvP. Wait, no, sorry. I'm making.
Yeah, let's
PvT.
just join the map.
The
I can
PvT.
look at it.
The it was
Yeah, the
Jinn
one where
versus
he blinks into the
Jinn
name.
versus Pacomike.
Yeah. That's that map. This is the 9th game, right?
Yeah, this is game number 9. So, Starkiller versus Light. All right. So it looks like, guys, we're going to extend this to 14, 15 games. Keep this going. I have to leave it around. I'll leave at game 11, and then Snoopy will take over. So we'll get another co-caster for Mandolino. All right, here, the Manian Protoss, the King of Disruptors. It is light.
And in the top right, the current, I don't know, leader, I guess, of the one who's leading.
He's leading the pack.
Yeah, he's leading the pack. Starkiller. Wow, I haven't messed player introduction up like that
That's fine.
since we started casting.
Yeah, so this was the map we had the PVT on. So what do you think of that?
15, 16 pool. Well, wait, what was this? 17 pool? I'm not sure, but it's a fast pool anyway.
And if Light goes for his double gate play again, this could...
Wow, he's going double gas on one base.
Okay, so at least not
So
that.
it's something weird already. I think this is gonna be the double gates again.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
there
Yep.
it is. And this is, like you said, a, I don't know, 16 hatch, 17 hatch, something like that, but still pretty fast, so...
So the
Starkiller-
pool's up and already getting the links out. I hope this isn't like a repeat of the last time they played each other, and the links just get in.
He's only got one probe holding the line here, and... Yes, this is not looking good.
Well, hopefully he just makes a pylon. I mean, this kind of opener should be able to defend these things. It's just last time.
Right, he missed the
he
pylon,
wasn't-
that's
he just,
right.
Yeah, he just wasn't looking at his probe. So. Same opener once again. I mean, Starkiller sees this and it's like, really, dude? You gonna do this stuff again?
That's... okay. So this time, with the two adepts out on the map, he might be able to make something happen versus these lings.
But speed is gonna kick in pretty soon. And he does have 2 queens up. And he pulls the drones from the natural too, so he's not gonna be able to get any kills there. Really good decision making from Starkiller.
Two queens and lings in the main, so going to shut down these adepts for good. If Light isn't careful, he might...
But he's getting kills. 3.
If he can escape it, those would be nice.
Do they get out?
Ooh. No, but they lose.
Oh
they
no,
die
the
with lings.
lings bred natural.
Close though.
I'm not sure if this amount of damage is enough because like you go double gate before you expand, you put yourself behind so much.
You know, I
Not
think
sure what I think about this build still,
this
even if you get like 3 builds. Is it really worth it?
Starkiller accidentally double injected his main hatchery a couple of times. He's missing an inject. There we go. He's moving down, but he corrected that quickly. And actually, Starkiller gonna lose a Overlord here. One of these sentries gonna tickle it to death, and how many sentries here? And Phoenix on the way as well. So double Stargate. Okay.
Did he even see the Stargate? Like a Starkiller vision? No,
No,
he
he
hasn't
did
seen
not.
the Starkiller. He hasn't seen the Stargate. He doesn't know anything about what's going on.
Sees the one Phoenix there, but nothing too surprising. But when this double Stargate kicks in with the extra Phoenix production, that's going to be a little bit, it's going to be not a surprise, but it's going to be showing his hand here. The Oracle coming in as well. Will there are going to be spores up in all 3 bases in time. So, but he's still going to be able to poke around, get a couple of drones, maybe a queen, with the phoenixes lifting up. And ooh, 2 adepts getting surrounded here. One gets surrounded rather, and the other one is in pursuit.
Yeah, and something also worth mentioning is that Starkiller only has 3 queens and 1 spore in every base. That may sound like it's like enough to defend, but it's not. Not versus double Stargate. Like you need way more defense versus versus double Stargate than this. You need like 6, 7, maybe 8 queens, or like 3, 2 spores in every base. He might just lose a lot of stuff here.
Okay, now the Overlord is spotting this.
Good. Oh, he does see it now. I expect a bunch of spores to go down because he does not have the queens.
He's throwing them down
Still
now.
not making any spores.
Okay, he's making some in the main, and now finally at the 3rd, but a pretty late reaction. So these phoenixes are going to have a window of time where they can get some overlords, some queens before the spores finish. Here we go, 1 queen down. He might go for those overlords at the 3rd. There we go, 1 overlord down. There's adepts coming in as well. 2 overlords. And the other 2 are badly bruised. Looks like some lings are going to clean up those adepts, but the phoenix count is quite high. And will he go into the main? Okay. There's 3 spore crawlers at each of the base. That's a pretty big investment from Starkiller, and he lost a decent amount to those phoenixes.
Yeah, not sure why Light was going home with the phoenixes. He has to be on the ball here and get more damage done.
The problem is there's so many lings here. Oh, no force field. He needed to force field at that natural, and he missed it. Now lings are in the main.
Yeah. Oracle's going to try to clean up here, but the lings will get the full scout.
Oh, more lings coming in as well.
Killing more probes. You really want to get more value out of these Phoenix when you go double Stargate, but instead he's the one taking the damage. Lings and
yeah, this is not going well for Light. Finally moving with his Phoenixes, but that was a costly wait. These lings ran all over him here, and he's gonna, at this point, he's gonna have to dive on an area that has 3 spores, and there's only really this Oracle to kill these lings, so it's getting tough for him.
Yeah, and meanwhile these Phoenix have just been standing here not doing anything because he's panicking at home trying to defend all these lings. It's really rough. Oh, and the wall is open.
These Phoenixes, it's really just frustrating because they're just sitting there. I mean, not committing to attack or defend. I for a second thought that maybe he was going to return home with the Phoenixes to try to just clean up all the lings and get that established, but really not doing anything with them at all. He needs to lift up his
he needs to lift the veins.
Oh my goodness.
He's not looking.
He lifts at the last second. There we go. So,
but the gateway is going to go down. He doesn't have an extra force field. They're going to run in. Where are they?
now these Hydras are way out of position. But there's a big clump of Hydras at the 3rd, and if Light moves into these without being careful, he could get decimated.
Yeah, the problem here is that Light's never going to be able to take a 3rd base. He doesn't have any type of unit that can deal with these Hydras. So the Hydras will ensure that he just gets stuck on 2 bases while he's sitting safe on 3, and I don't really see the way out here for Light.
Phoenixes are getting some damage done, some utility. This is the type of stuff that Light needed to be doing earlier. Ooh, taking damage to those Hydralisks. And
Yeah, these sentries don't stand a chance against these Banes.
just one Archon moved it back, but that's it. Michael, GG. Starkiller increases his lead. Starkiller is OP, getting up to 5 wins now.
I feel like Light is kind of handing Starkiller these wins on a silver platter though by going this double gateway build. It hasn't paid off in any of these games. I don't really understand why he keeps doing it. I mean, it's not like he only plays this style. Like when I see him ladder, he hasn't been doing this. I'm not sure why he's playing it every game.
Alrighty, so looks like now we're gonna go to Starkiller versus Jinn. And let me just invite. No, Jinn's in the party. Okay. And it is Jinn's map pick. While they're getting the lobby up, I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break, guys. I'll be right back.
I'll do the same. I need some water for my throat.
All right, Sarah's
Be right back.
Guys are gonna have to deal with some dead air for a moment.
Alright, I'm back. Well, stream, I guess it's just you and me. Waiting for Glor to get back, do his big business in the bathroom. So, Jinn versus Starkiller. I wonder if wait, what did Jinn do last time? Who was Jinn against? It was against Paco or Light, I believe. Yeah, he was against Paco on automation. Not really sure how he plays versus Zerg. I guess we'll find out.
All right, are you back, Mandolin?
Yeah, welcome back.
Hey, what's up? So I'm going to. This is going to be my last game, guys, and then hopefully Snoopy is going to take over. Not hopefully, he is going to take over. So.
Alright, so the ready process got cancelled? Oh, never mind, you're waiting on me now. Waiting for party.
Who's.
Oh, well, now it's the players not responding.
4 out of 5. Let's go. What was the map pick?
What is the map pick? I'm not sure.
It's the question of the hour. Okay, Port Alexander. Oh, this was actually a map custom made for the All-in-Nidus, and Blizzard decided to use it in their map pool.
Oh, really? That's cool.
The map makers for those leagues really do a great job, and sometimes their maps get picked for the actual ladder. But by the way, guys, tomorrow 8 p.m. I'm not sure if I'll be casting or somebody else, but the All-in-Nidus North America will be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Will be Sykes versus Foremost Bearslaw. Be sure to check that out. Alrighty, in the top corner of Port Alexander, it's the Blue Zerg Starkiller.
And in the bottom right, we have the Red Terran, Jinn. Now, you know a lot more than me about this. Like, how does Jinn play versus Zerg? What's his forte?
You know, playstyle, I haven't seen him play a ton recently to be able to tell you how he's played with the different matches. All I know is that he plays a really solid macro game. So we're probably just gonna see a pretty standard game from him, nothing cheesy. And I know he likes to drop, but other than that, I don't know a ton about this specific playstyle. I watched a lot of Jinn a while back, but all I know is that Jinn is a super solid player, and we're probably going to see something standard.
Alright.
I know that
I guess
was a
that's
really
what we can-
long-winded and not helpful answer, but
Well, I mean, it's kind of helpful. I mean, now I know at least that he's not going to do some crazy all-in or something, most likely.
yeah,
And I feel like that kind of game is also what Starkiller will bring. So, probably going to head into a macro game then, I suppose. Pulls all his workers off gas to get speed.
so it's going to be gasless for a bit.
Don't you usually leave like one worker in gas?
Yeah, I think it's pretty standard to leave one in. I've seen 0 though.
Yeah, I don't really understand why he's really doing this. Because he's not finding more when he has 18 out of 16 possible.
he'll probably put him back in. I think he just
Saturation.
maybe took him out to get a fast third.
Oh, this Marine gonna die to the Lings. Pray. Ow.
Where is the Reaper? Okay,
And the
the
Lings
Reaper
even get in.
went all the way across the map and now got caught out of position. Now the SCVs are pulled. This is a win for SK.
Huge win.
Chasing that SCV around. Will he get it? The Reaper is here.
No way, he's even gonna get more workers.
Oh, gets 2 workers total and a Marine for a handful of Lings and a massive delay on the CC, so well played,
And
starkiller.
lost mining time.
When there's more Lings, okay, gets the depot raise.
And forced the Reapers to come home. And he's not letting up the pressure. I don't think this is gonna complete the morph. Is it? Maybe?
Yeah, I think it will. It's gonna be in the red though.
Yeah. Gonna have to lift this.
Just not going well for Jinn. It's a really nice move, you know, producing another round of Lings. You know, might have not.
Yeah, he sensed the weakness and he pounced.
And there's Hellions out now, so and quite a number of Marines, so we should be able to push these Lings back with not a problem. But Starkiller got away with a very fast sword that went down around 230, which is quite fast. And
Yeah, and his 3 bases to 1 is disastrous. And he even has a worker lead to 40 drones soon.
I'm
To
not quite.
25 SCVs.
I'm not.
And
quite,
there's no pressure coming out from Jinn, so he has to devise some plan to equalize this damage done here.
He's getting a 3rd CC out, and he has a Viking, so he's going to start to get a few Overlords that are scattered around the map. That's a nice play. But I'm really not sure why Jinn was being so defensive there, getting a bunker even. Maybe he was afraid of the bust, but problem is that if
He
you
wasn't
react
even
to the
landing
bust,
gas.
yeah, if you react to the bust, thinking it's there and then it's not, then it turns out Starkiller is just ahead. So far, 55 workers to 28.
And Starkiller knows it's a tank now. No Cyclone. So that's good. That means he can drone. And man, does he drone. Look at the workers. 61 drones to 30 SCVs.
It's insane. And we've got a Cloaked Banshee coming out for Jinn. And it could get something, but still, that's an insurmountable lead at this point. There's Hellions going into the 3rd, though.
Yeah, and there's nothing here. Drones are going down. Shouldn't get more, right? Yeah, there they go down. And I mean, even if he killed some workers here, Starkiller is just gonna build those drones back up like they never disappeared in the first place, so...
Yeah, 8 drones down. Not a huge loss for 4 Hellions. It's more of an average trade than anything for Jinn. Jinn's trying to get his 3rd out established here, but Starkiller with Ling Banes, if he's active on the map, could be tough for Starkiller to hold that. Sorry, for Jinn to hold that.
Oh, and here comes the Banshee. There's no detection. Does actually get some decent damage in. No detection in the main either.
Yeah, Spore Crawler is halfway done, but nothing to stop it. Although there's very low mana on this Banshee, so it's not going to be quite as disastrous as it possibly could be. Although Spore Crawler morphing.
I feel like he fumbled with his control there. He could have gotten like maybe 3 drones more.
It's possible, although he doesn't want to lose this Banshee here. So yeah, still 6 drones though. They're small pickups for him.
Yeah.
I would have liked him to be more active with this Viking here. I thought he had an opportunity to get more overlords, but kind of just let it sit in one corner for quite a while. And now all the overlords are to safety.
Yeah, and here comes a lot of Hellions, and all the links and veins are on the other side of the map. So you could potentially get a lot of damage done here.
Yeah, this thing, there wasn't creep spread, so no vision on this side. And now these are going to be coming in. He's going to...
Oh, but this around.
Okay, the Hellions are getting gunned down. Oh my goodness. That was a disaster for Jinn. Well, okay, killed a lot of Lings though, but still. He has almost nothing to defend this third, and a tank is going to do nothing. So, throwing away all those Hellions...
Oh, the depot was down. He even gets into the natural.
Yeah, just disaster after disaster for Jinn here. The depot isn't going to be raised again, and Jinn not going to make it. The depot is not raised at the main, and Starkiller wins again. He's up to 6 wins here. Man, very impressive. Okay, I'm gonna cast one more. I'm just gonna notify Snoopy that I'm gonna be out soon after this one.
All right. Starkiller just shutting nerds down.
Exactly.
I expected like Light and Pacomike at least to like have like a more closer to equal showing, but like Starkiller really taking the spotlight here. And like the way he wins games too, it's not like there's a really back. It's not like these games are really back and forth and even. It's like he just stomps people. This has been really one-sided most of these games.
Yeah.
He just does everything right. He finds all the creaks in the armor.
I think in terms of experience against top level people, probably Starkiller has the most experience. He's played in some bigger stages and, you know, got to the NA Challengers scene, which is, you know, the top GMs. So he has quite a bit more experience than Jinn, and actually not 100% sure what Pacomike's performance was, but I think Starkiller on paper has a lot of experience against top level people.
Yeah, makes sense. So you're casting one more, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast one more. Snoopy's gonna hop in after this.
All right. So who's up now?
Let's see, Pacomike versus Pacomike should be coming in, but and Snoopy is in party. There we go. Oh, Pacomike's in party too. Okay. It has been a really fun series, guys. Thanks all of you who are sticking with us, watching. Got a couple decent core viewers. And, oops, I need to accept. There we go. Been a really fun afternoon. Seeing some of the top brass of SciX going at it. And hopefully we can
It's a really stacked group.
see some people besides Starkiller get some wins. Nothing against Starkiller, but you know.
Yeah, it's good to see some variants. Well, I believe in Pacomike this game.
I think it's gonna be good. Have they played each other twice in this series?
Hmm.
I know they've played at least once. It was the game on Parasite where they. Okay, the last game they played on Parasite, it's where Pacomike overcommitted.
Yeah. I believe that's the only game they played, right?
I think that could be right. Pacomike's played some other Zerg. Yeah. No, did he?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of confused.
I think that was. I think it's Light versus Starkiller we're thinking about because they played 3 times.
Oh, right, okay. Alrighty, so, Ledmansu, can you take away the introductions?
Alright, so in the top left we have Starkiller, killing all the stars in this group.
And at the bottom we have Pacomike, the Red Protoss. See, can he add to his 2-win lead? Sorry, 2 wins here in this King of the Hill, and take down Starkiller, the champ.
I mean, hopefully. I'll try to be unbalanced, unbiased, but I'm rooting for Paco this game.
Yeah, me too. And this was the game where Starkiller went 3-hatch before pool. Sorry, on this map. This was the map where he went 3-hatch before pool. So we'll see.
Pretty standard opener from Starkiller. No early pool like he's done a lot of games here. Pacomike scouting with probe. Checking to see if he's doing one of those pools, but he's not. And pretty standard opening from Paco. Wonder what he's gonna pull this game.
You know, we talked about this a little bit, but Parasite, it's a really good defensive map, so I expect to see fast thirds from both players, really.
Yeah.
And there's Starkiller taking that third at 2 minutes. That was quite fast, and sorry, taking the third in position I wouldn't expect him to, necessarily.
Well, I think as Zerg it's pretty okay to take it there. Because it's pretty close to a large area, like large open area of the map.
You think as opposed to the 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can really easily set up flanks in this position. Which is really good for the Zerg. Whereas if you take it on the top position, it's a lot harder to set up a flank. Like you have to send units all the way around.
That's true. That's a good point. Adept of Pacomike coming in. Actually canceled the shade. That's a nice play. I think we've seen from Light a little bit of so the Protoss is a little bit of carelessness with Adepts losing them in the early game. So we'll see if Pacomike protects this Adept a bit more and keeps it alive.
Six links out from Starkiller. Most of the time you'll see 4. There's a little bit more than average, but
Phoenix.
I guess he's so used to people like double chronoing Adept against him.
Yeah. And
that's what he does.
Double Phoenix coming. Phoenix coming out. Gonna get 2 Overlords. Nice kill, and an Oracle coming in as well.
And it is gonna be more Phoenix because he's making another Stargate. So double Phoenix.
I think Pacomike was watching the game where Light went to double Phoenix, and
This is a pretty fast Twilight follow-up though. After the double Stargate, usually you just make Phoenixes. and get +1.
Maybe is he going for a Phoenix Adept play?
Yeah, I think so. This looks to shape up into something like that.
So
A fast third too. At 440.
there's Claves. Okay, so this is going to be Phoenix Adept, which, you know, was popular a while ago, but still pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, people still pull it out. Saw it at home, Story Cop.
Zergling's poking in, not seeing anything here. Of course, knows the one Stargate, but the double Phoenixes can be quite a surprise. And like I said, we saw Light use these, but I think he really didn't use them to the full potential of damage that they could have done. So we see
No, not at all.
5 Phoenixes.
Usually you expect the Phoenixes to kill like 10 to 20 drones and maybe like 1 Queen, maybe 1 Overlord.
Yeah, he's going to the natural here. The third's actually way more undefended. There's no Spore there. Can go there next, but that's going to give Starkiller time to get a Spore up there. Oh, sorry, there is. Never. Yeah, there is one there. Sorry, it was right behind the Queen.
Starkiller making quite a lot of roaches, so that kind of shuts down Pacomike's plan of going glaive depths here. I wonder if, upon seeing all these roaches, Pacomike decides just not to go for the glaive depth push.
Ooh, and looks like Pacomike is getting into right here. There's a nice ball of Overlords. He could go for some if he wanted. When the Phoenix count gets higher. So there's glaive depths, like you said, and the roaches are coming out. The one thing is the roaches are staggered across the map. They're split up. So these glaive depths, if they catch these roaches out of position, but the roaches, TPS are fighting uphill. That's not a good position at all. And now it's going to be a little bit of a flank here. These Phoenixes need to help defend these Adepts. There's some sentries and oracles.
He needs to constantly pick these roaches up. I think he'll be fine. He has like a decent ground force that can buy some time for these lifts. And he also has an Immortal on the way.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenixes have a ton of mana. There's no real reason to not pick them up. But here we go. The fight's going down. There's Ravagers here. And
oh, he needs to force field the ramp. Oh, he does.
Okay, these Phoenixes are sitting idle. Okay, the roaches broke through that, and they're into the natural. They're killing probes. And man, looks like this will be cleaned up, but letting those roaches slip into the main's a huge deal. Now the probes are just going to start going down in a big number.
Yeah, I don't think he should have surrendered that position like he did. Like, he could probably keep force fielding there a bit. Maybe build some SimCity. There's a lot of roaches, like, it's pretty hard to deal with. But how much damage did he actually get done though? 12 workers died for Pacomike, with the 9 workers of Starkiller. Oh no, never mind. 9 workers died for Pacomike. Or wait, I'm getting it mixed up. Yeah, never mind. It was 12. And I mean, that's not too much. So I think Pacomike's in a decent position here. I mean, he has 65 probes still. Like, didn't really damage his economy too much. And now he has his Immortals. Yeah, his Phoenix are still alive, and he's got his Templar Archives on the way. I'd say this is good for Pacomike here.
Getting a couple drones here. Like the roaches, they're diving through. They're splitting up into natural and main. That's a big blunder from Starkiller. Sorry, from Pacomike, leaving that open. But it looks like his crisis management is pretty good, handling some warpins in the main, and then And then the natural looks like he only lost 6 more probes. That's unfortunate, but not the worst.
Yeah, small mistakes here, but at the same time, Starkiller is throwing away units. I mean, look at the supply. Pacomike's army is scary now, and I don't think Starkiller has enough at home to defend if Pacomike just decides to push here with some Archons swapping in. He has a lot of gas to spend. He can make so many Archons with this.
Looks like he's actually content just to kind of let this get into a larger macro game. He's taking a 4th here. And I like that decision.
Yeah, if you're ahead, why not get more ahead?
He still has the Phoenixes he can poke with across the map, while the defense here, although his army's out of position here, he needs to get near that choke. And Hydra's here from Starkiller. If he's not careful, they can DPS that 4th down, excuse me. So this is kind of scary. The army's out of position, but the storms, there's almost, the Phoenixes, oh my goodness.
Oh no.
That's...
Storm is a bit of a ways off. He has to buy time here. He does have force fields. He could force field his position.
He really needs to engage this with Storm once it finishes. Is it being chrono boosted? Yes, it is. It's going to finish very shortly. It's going to...
Yeah. I think Starkiller has to go back now.
Okay, it's
not
down and great storms. But actually, Starkiller's whittled a lot of Pacomike's army down. It's now 100 to 60 army supply difference.
Yeah.
But the storm will hold for now.
I think Paco messed up a little bit on the positioning of his army there, and also just like leaving all those phoenixes above the Hydras to die.
Nice
Oh, but the storms though.
Hallucinated Colossus, interesting choice. No detection over here, so might fool Starkiller.
I mean, he did see it getting made.
Oh, was I right? I missed that, so not gonna fool him. So both players taking their force.
Yeah. And generally that's good for the Protoss if they're expanding at like an even pace. If the Zerg wants to usually have one more expand than the Protoss. Lurker transition coming up for Starkiller though, which could be really strong, especially with Pacomike not transitioning into something like carriers or templates.
Do you think we'll see Colossus here?
No, I don't think so. Especially not if he sees the lurkers.
Yeah, the one thing that lurkers are tough, can be really tough to deal with in PvZ.
Yeah. This is a really uphill battle though for Starkiller. He has tried a lot of aggression, and even though he has broken the wall, he's gotten in, it hasn't really paid dividends. And Pacomike never really lost any important units, like he always retained all his units, defended decently.
There's a lot of unit movement going on here. It looks like Starkiller is trying to mass up to go hit that 3rd, but there's a lot there. Pacomike's army is split up a bit though. Oh, the lurkers!
Yeah, but he's gonna catch the lurkers.
Is there obs there? I don't think so.
Nah, but the lurkers got scared, so they went home. Oh, and all these Hydras dying. Just looking worse and worse for Starkiller, like nothing is working out for him.
The one thing I'd like to see from Paco is some War Prism or Pylon up here. Oh, sorry, as I say that, he moves a War Prism up to warp in some Zealots to attack the 4th. And he's also moving the bulk of his army, the gas units, to the 4th. There they go. The Lurkers did not get a chance to finish. A nice revelation with the Oracle. Oh, the Lurkers, they're dancing around. Wasn't a straight burrow at all, and they're finally burrowing now, but it's too little too late here. Pacomike, great positioning there. Gets the 4th down and killing a lot of Lurkers.
Nothing to tank for these Lurkers. GG.
All right, Pacomike. Well played.
Like, obviously there were some small mistakes that Paco made, but in the grand picture, I think he played that really well.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing we saw from the first game. Even though he did lose it, he looked really solid. Whether pro production or decision making seemed very, very good. It looks like Starkiller said, when did the burrow hotkey change?
I wonder if he tried to burrow those Lurkers there and then he just panicked and sent them home.
Well, it looked like something weird happened because the Lurkers were kind of fidgeting around. They weren't burrowing it, and that's critical there. All right, but I am done for this cast, guys. I think I'm just gonna turn off the stream, and Snoopy's gonna start up his stream. But anyways, I hope everybody watching enjoyed this afternoon, watching these guys duke it out. And also, thanks to you, Mandolino, for co-casting with me. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It's enjoyable.
Alright, so Snoopy is joining. The stats currently are, let's see, Light wins, and Pacomike 3 wins. So that should be good for Snoopy to take over. I'm going to disable the stream, but hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their Thanksgiving weekend, and I will see you later, Mandolino.
Yeah, fun casting. See ya, dude.
Alright, take it easy, man.